5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I like dongs.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Call
Deserve
police. What? He's dead.
He's not. He can't be. Don't touch him.
That's from Clerks.
Yes. I thought the same thing.
Me too. Hello, welcome to the worst movie ever made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind: to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ackman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci and Bob Tasek. Hey guys, how are you? And why are we doing? I know why. Thanks to Shay, Steel Trap.
We're doing Steel Trap because of Shay, who emailed us. Thank you, Shay. Also, fuck you, because, wow. It's like, all right. We saw this in the MySpace era with, like, local bands. Like, one band did the fucking stupid, like, pizza slice haircut and skinny jeans and got popular. And a bunch of kids in the Midwest saw it and, like, we're going to do the same exact thing. Yeah. We're going to do the same exact thing, but not as good. We're going to do the same exact thing, but make it infinitely shittier. But we think we're doing the thing that's the thing we're trying to emulate, but we're not. And that's what Steel Trap is in regard to the Saw movies. Like, the Saw movies were probably on their second or third one at this point. And they're like, we're going to do Saw. And they didn't. It's bad.
No, they didn't.
Fucking terrible.
No, they didn't.
Hi Bob, how are you? Nice hat.
Yeah, oh thanks, man. I got it from the Amazonians.
Nice.
I feel the same way about Shay. Shay, thank you, fuck you. Thank you, fuck you. This movie sucked. And it is exactly as Rob described, and I'm gonna describe it further.
Right now.
Mexican guy says to black guy, I'm gonna give you $10, you can buy me some beer, I'm gonna loan you my car. Black guy borrows his car, goes to supposedly buy him some beer, and all of a sudden he gets out of the car for some reason and somebody hits him on the head.
The best explanation.
All right.
All right, my alliteration's short this time.
All right.
Drunk doopable dummies are deceived, dispatched, and deserve death.
Aptly described, yes.
100%.
Apt. Okay. At a New Year's Eve party, various characters all receive a text message for another like private party on a different floor of the building. It's like an office building. Once they leave the elevator on that office building floor, they become trapped on that floor. And there are like janky decorations and balloons and like one folding table and maybe like a cake. It looks way suspicious. Like there's no question that something's up. Then they all start getting like killed in like really unlikely ways. And of course, they get killed as they get separated from one another.
Yeah.
Even though by the end, it's revealed that only one of the dudes was the intended target. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yes. Is that true? Because I felt like they were all high school, like they all went to high school together. No. Right? Because now that
no. Just one of them did.
I don't think so.
Just Wade?
Oh, they had names?
That guy.
They had names?
Yeah, they apparently had names.
All right.
Chris
Yeah.
hopefully wrote them down because I didn't.
The guy that looked like Sawyer but not as steamy from Lost, you know?
Yeah.
Wade? Yeah.
Okay.
He was the intended target, right? And the rest of them did not. They just got the invite for no reason, other than to make it like a Saw movie.
Yeah, let's go with that. Probably.
Okay.
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out together.
Fair enough. Let's throw it to the best YouTube comment.
All right.
I don't feel anything.
After reading these YouTube comments. Good story, plot, sets, and special effects to some degree, but it was all ruined by really, really bad acting.
No, it was all bad.
I'm going to partially disagree. I'm going to say none of it was good.
I'd say for a B movie, the gore wasn't half bad.
Okay. There were spots.
I will.
A couple spots.
Yeah, I will agree with Rob in that the makeup effects department did a decent job.
Yeah, but everything
I
else
would
was
say
done.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't think the camera work was very good. Though.
No. And I don't even mean top
No,
notch.
I'm
I just mean
thinking of
like
the
it was
axe.
passable. Yeah.
The axe in the head, like that was passable. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You know.
Those
All
are-
right. Let's throw it to test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
And it's Bob, Rob, Chris this week.
Correct.
Hi. You don't look so good. You're looking kind of grizzly.
I have a lovely sack of coconuts.
Test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
All right, if I'm first, here we go. There once was a party that happened on New Year's, and a few text messages that were read after a few beers. Run, retreat, renege, resign. An office building has us confined. And the rolling of the credits finally prompted 3 cheers.
All right.
No, I was so dissatisfied at the end. Oh my god.
Bob,
I only
we're-
I only cheered because it was over. with
Yeah.
you.
Bob, we are on a similar wavelength. So here we go.
Okay.
New Year's party, 7 strangers. Head to the basement, now they're in danger. Piggy, piggy, oink, oink. Pop star and skank go boink, boink. Betty Crocker was behind it all, which makes me very angry.
That's right.
Very angry. I love that.
This is good. Okay.
I feel like I might have used Vanu Malesh again, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's
that
my life.
Whatever. Walk. Okay, let's see. People picked by a previously porky perpetrator panic as the party phases to a Saw movie simulator. Shay picked the perfect production for a worst movie induction. Please pardon me as I procure a rope and an elevator.
Team 5, let's just tank this one. Let's see if it can beat
Team
Neil.
5.
Let's see if it can beat next week's thing that we don't know what it is yet. Wink, wink.
I'm with the Team 5 because I really like both of yours and mine.
Yeah.
So that's Team 5.
Yeah.
I
They
was
had
a big
they
fan.
all had They all had exposition and criticism, which is important
Yes.
on movies like this.
Truth.
Yeah.
Bob, you remember when you were smitten with your own Professor Pudgy?
Yes.
I was smitten with my previously porky perpetrator. So
I did.
I'm glad
did
that I
have-
took.
like after you said it, I thought about it for a second. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's good. So I thought the same thing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, perfect. So I think I deserve my third of that win, and Chris always rounds up, so we'll call it a team win. But really, I get 4 out of.
It's a team win.
Let's throw
this
this
win.
Chris gets 4 of the 10 stars.
Yeah.
Put it that way. At number 2, this is the most offensive.
If we slow it down, we can actually see the bullets enter and exit Buttercup.
How offensive!
How does that come to your head,
Oh,
Rob,
no.
when you're just sitting around your living room thinking of bumpers?
I'm just yelling.
Dad, 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 dad.
You just gotta find the backbeat and lock into it, man. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
well,
syncopate from
you
there.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, great job. All right, and this is not our first clip of the day. I say that every week, but it's never true. This is our second clip, technically. But let's get into it. This is number 5.
Oh, wait.
5.
There we go.
This is Punch.
Maybe we should just kill ourselves and beat him to the punch.
Don't talk like that.
Why?
Yeah.
Why out of nowhere is she just like, we should all kill ourselves? At
I
this
don't
point in
know.
the movie, I thought that she might have been the person involved, because like obviously you knew somebody was selling him out. Early, I
Yeah.
thought it was her boyfriend, who I think his name Bob. I think his name was Bob, right? Her boyfriend in the beginning.
Sure.
I don't know. I think so.
Well, he's like, no, you got to continue. You got to like press on. And at that point, I was like, well, somebody's involved in these murders, and it's probably him because he's trying to
Yeah.
keep her like going, or something like that. And then I switched a few times, like who is like leading the lambs to slaughter here, and it turned out to be our previously porky perpetrator. But I don't understand why the girl that they keep calling pretty, who really isn't, because she's like, it looks like Sarah Jessica Parker, but
yeah.
I don't know why she wanted to like kill herself out of nowhere.
I don't know.
I have problems with the casting on this. I'll bring it up later, maybe. I don't know.
All right.
Well, I hope you do.
Okay, I'll bring it up now. Okay, so there's no foreshadowing. So the lead, what's her called? She's like the TV chef, right? She's like the Rachel Ray of the movie.
Yeah.
She's a white lady with black hair with a medium build. Then they flash to a white lady with dark hair with a medium to thin build who is going back and forth with this boyfriend who's kissing who. For the first half hour of the movie, I thought they were the same fucking person.
Yes. Yep. The boyfriend, girlfriend. Yep. No. Yeah.
Like I didn't figure it out for a while that they were different people. And that's fucked up. That's bad production right there. And then that's not my worst production, but that's bad production.
And you're mad for a second, but then you realize it doesn't matter anyway, so you just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Which I think everybody watching knew. They were just waiting for like people to die and then see like how gruesome it could be. And it wasn't all that gruesome.
Chris, nobody watched this, Chris. Nobody watched this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the three of us and Shay, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shay.
All right, number 4.
Patron of popular program provides persecution for partygoers. I don't know. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but how do you get your superfan to help you murder 7 people?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's not too far fetched. Like the celebrity stalkers, man, like they think like their dog's talking to them after getting like a message beamed to them from the TV. So like it's not that hard to manipulate someone who's like that. Someone who's that parasocial with like a TV personality. They're not all there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So shove that up your ass and smoke it.
That's a fair point.
All right, fair enough. I just like if it was like a Allison Cooper fan or something, like somebody really dark and demonic, like maybe, but like Kathy King, the Cuisine a la King or whatever fucking show, like your super fan who's like a fan of cooking shows is gonna help you murder a bunch of people. I don't know. Maybe you're right. People are crazy. Number 3. This is Pop Star.
Oh, there's another clip. All right, here we go. Steel Trap, Pop Star.
Oops. Sorry.
See? Now she's got the wrong idea.
Well, it's not wrong if we make it right.
Look, no offense. Fucked enough skanks for a lifetime.
Oh, yeah? Well, I haven't.
No offense.
What?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
I know,
fucked
that's
enough
great.
skanks for a lifetime. What the fuck? That's bad dialogue, but also he was like, I've don't want to have sex with you because you're nothing but a whore. Like right to her face.
Whoer. Yeah.
Which they do a number of times, and she's kind of okay with it throughout the movie. Like they call her like a crack. Yeah, I guess, but they call her like a coke whore at some point. And she's like, I don't know, I just blew him for some cocaine. It's like, well, yeah, I guess you are a cocaine whore then. But like, people tend to defend themselves. Like,
yeah,
I'm not a whore. I just had to get my fix or something.
She did admit to it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she was like, I blew him for a little coke.
Wow.
All right, number
2.
Pinwheel Pamela.
Are you talking about that's the axe, right? The axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before she got proverbially and literally axed, they put her on a like a Wheel of Fortune, like upright, like a Price is Right wheel, and then just spun it as hard as they could. And she's just like blah, 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 for like I don't know how long was she doing that? Like 10 minutes. You guys ever seen You ever seen the helicopter footage when they're picking up, like they're rescuing this woman who like passed out in the desert or something? And as they're lifting her stretcher by helicopter, it starts to like twirl. And it will not, like, it just keeps speeding up and speeding up.
Yes.
That's what I thought of, and I was very offended by that thing that actually happened in reality, and I was thinking about poor Pinwheel Pamela here. All right. Number 1's not very funny, but let's throw it to number
1.
Anyway, this is hard R-ded.
Yeah.
They're just like straight up saying it, and this is 2007, so I think at this point we should be a little bit more enlightened. Although, I feel like the South Park said "artard," the way to like change it up. I feel like that word that we're talking about is kind of making a comeback right now. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it was made
I'm telling you,
by
it's
German filmmakers.
Yeah.
Which is why foreshadowing again, but bad credit names is so goddamn good this week. But we'll get there. I'm
my god, I can't wait.
Excited when it is. I'm excited when it is because it hardly ever isn't anymore. Because I don't know. I lost my passion for bad credit names. But
I was worried because I had to give you the to-be copy, which has less credits.
Oh,
I felt bad.
I got enough. I was ready to make fun of you again for cutting me off, but I got enough.
I couldn't do anything about it, man. Maybe I can't do anything about it.
Well, I gotta make fun of you regardless. Let's throw it to Rob's ad read.
Oh, sure, yeah. And thanks for reminding me of the credit names because I forgot to download them, so I'm doing that right now.
Oh, nice.
Right. Yeah. Purple sticky punch.
Serendipity.
Illegal. Purple sticky punch. Illegal. Purple sticky punch.
Rob's ad read.
Today's episode of The Worst Movie Ever Made is brought to you by everything being 15 to 25% worse than it used to be while simultaneously being 15 to 25% more expensive. Rent, eggs, getting your supple little hiney spanked pink and raw at the bathhouse you go to when your wife thinks you're at the gym, chocolate, you name it. It's probably shittier and more costly. In fact, I sold a quart of plasma to keep my Wi-Fi connected in order to record this episode. Everything being 15 to 25% shittier than it used to be. It'll cost you. Back to the show.
Fuck yeah. All right, sweet. Thank you, everything being 10 to 15? 10 to 15?
15 to 25.
Okay, 15 to 25% worse and more expensive than it used to be. I didn't write it down this week. I don't know why. All right, let's throw it to test number 3. This is the worst dialogue.
Worst dialogue coming up.
Fucking President Clinton.
You had sex with President Clinton?
When that's one of the better lines of dialogue in your movie, you know the rest is pretty bad. And this is the worst dialogue.
All right.
Number 5. Maggie.
Cake for the rest of us.
So let's dig in.
Looks like you're not the prettiest girl at the party after all.
Oh, look, something's written underneath.
This little piggy found silver. This little piggy found gold. This little piggy ate my cake. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried wee, 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 all the way to 2721.
Oh, yeah.
The rhyme scheme is... It's so much worse than every limerick I've ever done. I feel like I could have written better for them. Yeah, it's so bad. All right, how about number?
Number 4. Thor, yarg!
some more of this nursery rhymes made to be scary because like children are scary somehow in horror movies or something. I don't know. Plastic?
Be so rude.
Dickory dickory dare, the pig gave quite a scare. You now must go where water flows. Dickory dickory dare.
Okay, so where water flows, obviously it's a bathroom. Hey, how about a water fountain?
Could be a lot of things.
You people are insane. Any game that starts with a rotting pig's head is not going to end with a giant teddy bear.
It's just a ploy to weed out the weak.
Well, I'm certainly not weak.
And look at all these pearls. They're plastic.
They're plastic.
Yep.
This dialogue is epically bad. Number
3.
This is Orgy.
I win the bet.
I owe you. So, what is it this time? A rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub?
Close. Georgie, Porgy, pudding and pie pushed the girl and made her cry. Before the pig begins to rot, find the X that marks the spot.
This is getting dumber and dumber.
Well, you would know. Does anyone else feel like this is some elaborate prank?
Maybe that guy Adam was right. Maybe this is some kind of hidden camera thing.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Oh yeah, where is Adam?
You need to learn how to keep track of your boyfriend.
He is not my boyfriend. He is just a guy I blew.
Are you, looking for your boyfriend?
Aren't you gonna ask if she spits or swallows?
We just...
Yeah, there you go. We got the admission there that we were talking about
It's
before.
just some guy I blow.
Just now.
Yeah.
They were going blow for blow in the hallways, and she was ready to admit it. Number...
Boo!
This is Poor Reception. This is so good. Oh
My
my god,
favorite one.
this is the best.
Here we go.
It's the best shit.
Signal blocked? What the hell does that mean?
Means somebody blocked the signal.
Thank you, Shay. You, Shay. If there was one thing that you offered this podcast, it was that. Rob, can we do it again? Hit me again, Ike.
Signal blocked? What the hell does that mean?
Means somebody blocked the signal.
And you can hear the like the tremble in her voice.
Yeah.
Like she was trying to sound panicked. But this was not. There were no comedy angles in this movie, right? Like this was like a pure attempt at horror. Correct?
They were sincerely trying to play it straight. Yes, as far as I could tell.
I cannot believe that was a fucking line in this movie. Somehow it wasn't the worst one. Maybe it should have been. You guys tell me. This is number
1, Daddy. You know what? Fuck it.
This is Pink.
Really likes to decorate.
It's like being inside a vagina.
Not my vagina.
Of course not. Yours has teeth.
Well, if that's how you feel about it, you don't ever have to see it again.
Like so defiantly and like not my vagina. Like they thought they did something there.
Why?
Yeah, why?
It's so strange, man. So strange. It's like being inside a vagina.
Yeah.
Not my vagina.
Yep.
My God. All right, let's start to test number 4. We'll toss it over to Bob for the worst production.
Wow, that production sucks.
Oh, I'm excited for this, Bob.
Okay, I mean, my tagline is very simple. It's immature storytelling.
Okay.
And what I'm going to say is this was shot like a middle school film project with lots of like, hurry and let's go and other dumb ideas to escape an invisible danger. Like nobody knows that staying put will put them in danger, but they run and escape anyhow. it's very poor storytelling. Like somebody watched this. Credit to Rob. Somebody watched the Saw franchise and said, "Hey," saw the first movie, and said, "Hey, I'm gonna make something like this, but make it up as I go along."
Yeah.
Without any storyboarding or talented writing.
Yes.
Oh, and the digital quality of the filmmaking was awful to look at. Like I felt like I was watching The Budget. Like
there are Instagram. There are people on Instagram and TikTok using their iPhones, making horror shorts that are 2,000 times more effective than this movie.
Right, and I understand this was 2007. I take that into consideration, but fucking don't do it.
Yeah.
So here's a couple of things from the doc that I watched. I watched a YouTube documentary of the filmmaking, and I honestly haven't finished it yet because I just couldn't get through it all yet.
Yeah.
But for the parts that I watched, there was a quote that said, "The location inspired the story more than anything else."
Okay.
Like the director actually said that the building they filmed in inspired the story more than anything else did, which is pathetic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is.
And I felt sadness while watching this documentary because like they're showing all the nice people who worked on sculpting the fake wounds and the special effects and set design. And I applaud them for their work. Their efforts were like, I don't know, they were well received and they got paid. But still, the building was just an abandoned office building. There was nothing exciting about it. There was nothing scary about it. It was just, in my opinion, as someone who taught middle school students filmmaking for a few years, I'm going to say this was immature storytelling. This is something a middle school student would have come up with if they had a little bit of a budget for special effects. Makeup effects.
Yeah.
Excuse me, makeup effects.
I was in a like a creative writing class in college. I think probably most people are. It was one of my electives, and like I had to like peer review other projects and stuff. And middle school level persists all the way through college. Just want to say that
it does.
I'm not saying that I was Martin Scorsese coming up with stories of my own in college, but some of the projects that I had to peer review were middle school at best as well.
You're explaining my junior and senior year because I was a creative writing major, and my classes were getting 20 copies of people's stories and then like going through each line going like, here's why it's not good. And the sixth grade writing does carry in well into the collegiate level.
Yeah, see, I was too empathetic, so I would just be like, you could use like a little bit more of an explanation for this part right here, but otherwise, story's pretty good. Like
a lot of times,
because I'm not the professor, so.
A lot of times I just be like, when it was my turn to like critique, I'd be like, you gotta ask yourself, what's at stake here? And I just like sit back and they're like, that's really good insight, Rob. I'm like, yeah, I know.
All right, let's throw it to test number.
Chris?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, test number.
Hello?
Yeah, we're doing acting.
Yeah.
Paper covers rock to lose the queen.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is Patron effect.
Oh right. Oops.
Number.
1 second. I hit the wrong button.
Sack.
Sorry.
That very well may be, though your acting is not that good. This is the worst acting.
I saw bio fact and I clicked bio act. My bad.
No,
Sorry.
that's totally cool.
We're having all sorts of difficulties this week. All right.
I know, honestly. For the listeners out there, Shay included, the shit that went on before this episode started, it's all my fault, and I've been really down on myself the last few days.
And now we've coordinated hats to make up for it.
Yeah.
And no one will ever know because we're a one-take weekly podcast. Come on, give us a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Bob, you brought that up. It's true. One take. You know, it's really not that.
Unlike some podcasts that take 3 months to get an episode on the feed.
Honest to God,
for real,
there are many.
Yeah. Number 1. This is Pavement.
And I just now noticed these all begin with P, Chris. Fucking asshole.
You afraid of heights?
No.
Was that intentional?
I always think I'm gonna fall and my body's gonna splatter all over the pavement. You know, blood, guts, bone fragments, the whole shebang. You ever think about that?
No.
Shebang.
If I have nightmares tonight, I'll know who to blame.
Melanie.
Wade.
You know, Wade, if you have nightmares tonight, you can always just roll over and spank me.
I like that.
Ooh, yeah.
You just think that up, or is that your standard line?
But I use some tired old line on you, Wade.
Look, there's Kathy King.
Who the fuck is Kathy King?
Kathy King, the celebrity chef. Don't tell me you've never seen Cooking a la King.
Do I look like a fucking housewife?
No, you look like a fucking slut.
Oh, I am, Wade. I am.
Jesus Christ. They act like
you have
like movie. They act like she's only wearing tassels, and that's it.
The
you know?
only thing that you need in a horror movie, no matter how good or bad, you need a likable character. You need someone to root for.
Yeah,
and it's just
we didn't have
not one to be found.
No, I hated everyone. You're right. But yeah, Rob, you pointed it out. The P theme. If you ever do a re-listen, just listen to how many P's I've already said and done on this podcast, and listen to all of my P pronouncements going forward because I P'd this one out. I don't know why. Number 2. This is Pinup.
Girls and boys come out to play.
Oh, that's fucking music.
I've been waiting for you.
How did you know I was coming? Loser. It's not very nice.
Could have been worse. Could have been pig.
Why would you call me that?
Why would you say that to me?
No, it's just the guest list. Some guy named Adam is the pig. Chandler's Two-Face. Nicole's Heartless.
What about you? Lover boy. It's not so bad. You got off easy.
What are you talking about? Makes me sound like some kind of pinup from Teen Dream magazine.
Well, aren't you?
One time I posed for that rag.
That rag.
Find my post.
Well, it's still better than loser. What about this one? Who is our gracious host?
One time I posted for that rag.
That was a bad attempt at comic relief, comedic relief, relief. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it really was. Yeah. He could not deliver on that.
Yeah.
No.
Number 3. How about Pick Us Off?
Tell me what the hell is going on here? 2 people are dead. Yeah, I think we got that.
Why?
Somebody's fucking with us.
I say he's doing a little more than that.
Who is doing this?
We don't know.
Oh my God.
Gonna die.
Whoever it is went to a lot of trouble to bring us all down here.
Now he's gonna pick us off one by one like little duckies at the shooting gallery.
Calm down.
Why us? What's the connection?
We all have enemies, right? It's gotta be one we have in common.
I don't have enemies. Everybody loves me.
Obviously not everybody.
Why would you say he's gonna pick us off one by one like little duckies? No one would ever fucking say that. Ever. No one would ever say that. No, all right, we got one more.
It's a weird analogy to have on the top of your head, like during a moment of crisis.
Right, I guess.
Yeah. honestly. We got one more. This is number 4. And the title, I'll admit, is a bit of a stretch, but you'll understand. This is Pie Guy.
These are all dishes you've cooked on your show.
I sent this quote to you guys.
Hey, I said I was a fan.
Look, I'm next, and you're dessert.
Damn it, I'm not dessert.
I'm not dessert.
God damn it, I am not dessert. I am the main course at worst.
Yeah.
You will feast on my intestines.
Yeah.
Nothing less.
I am the hors d'oeuvres.
All right. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Cocor.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Pretty lame. Anyway, there you go. Bad acting, bad dialogue in every single one of these clips. Tell me I'm wrong. Email me. Let me know at
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Click the envelope. Email us. Cowards.
Yeah. Well, you know who's not a coward? Shay.
Thank you, Shay.
Shay fucking emailed us.
Shay rules.
A for being brave enough to email, and B for having the audacity to suggest we watch Steel Trap.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I like you a little less, Shay, for making me do this. Let's throw it back to Bob. This is Fact or No Fact.
And this is the right bumper this time.
Paper covers rock to lose the creeper.
Oh, yeah, sorry. This is Fact or No Fact.
All right.
All right, Fact or No Fact is a game we play, and I usually rename it. And the name of the movie was Steel Trap, and I called the game Steel Strap-On.
Okay. Because we all been
Nice.
fucked. Yes.
Yes.
Rob, yes, exactly. You win. Rob wins.
Woo.
Anyway. Sorry,
Wait,
Chris.
what? No, not officially.
Anyway, the actual game is when one of the other hosts of the show picks out the lie out of these 5 bits of information. Okay, first one. The pig's head was purchased at a local butcher shop for €1. Okay, second one. A full-size dummy was made for the sequence in which Pamela was spun around on a giant wheel.
Okay.
Okay, third one. The fire alarm triggering game show music was improvised on the day it was shot. Like when they pulled the fire alarm and game show music played.
Yeah.
Okay, fourth one. There were no exterior shots in the film because the production team could not afford them. And the last one of the characters was inspired by Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
All right. So, purchase for €1. This was a German movie, right? So that tracks. Full-size dummy made for the sequence. See, here's where I'm calling some bullshit. Number 2, you say a full-size dummy was made for the sequence in which Pamela was spun around. And then you're saying there were no exterior shots because they could not afford them. I would argue that getting a life-size replica that looks somewhat realistic probably costs more than an exterior shot. And I think there was a shot of the building. I don't know if it was stock footage or an actual shot, but I do remember seeing the outside of the building at the beginning of the movie when people were like arriving at the party.
So do I.
I could be mistaken though. Fire alarm triggering
right.
game show music was improvised on the day it was shot. I can imagine that because that's one moment where they all looked kind of genuinely spooked for a second, and when their acting was overall pretty terrible. So like they were expecting to hear like an alarm. So I'm assuming it was improvised in the sense that the director rigged it to play the music and the actors didn't know, and it actually at least startled them.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see any Shaggy characters. There was no like bumbling stoner who was making sandwiches when they were running from an axe murderer. So no one was doing the quick leg spinning thing before shooting off into a pile of dust because they're scared.
True.
So I'm going to say number 3, I believe. I do not believe the exterior shots, because I think there was one. It may have been a stock footage that was like royalty free, which goes in line with they didn't actually physically shoot exterior shots, but I did remember seeing one, so I'm going to say that's bullshit.
Okay, I like that because mine is not that, and I'm gonna win.
All right,
mine's number one. Pig's head at the butcher shop was €1.
All right.
Okay. So
I did like yours, Rob. I felt like I saw the outside of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. The pig's head was purchased at a local butcher shop for €1, but the eyes had to be bought separately. That's a fact.
Oh. Well, everybody knows pig's eyes cost a lot of money. That's why I was assuming it wasn't €1. I feel like it's about foolery.
That's why you pay out the ass for healthcare, but also have to pay for your teeth and your eyes, even though they're part of your body that should be covered by, because they're more expensive.
Chris, I don't believe the eyes were pig's eyes. I think they were bought as like googly eyes. Anyway,
probably like
the second one. A full-size dummy was made for the sequence in which Pamela was spun around on a giant wheel. That was a dummy. That was a dummy from most of the scenes. Third one, the fire alarm that triggered game show music was indeed improvised on the day it was shot. The thing that Rob said, there were no exterior shots in the film, that was from the original Saw movie.
You lose.
Rob does win.
Buddy.
In the original Saw movie, there was no exterior shots because the production couldn't afford it. But the fifth one of the characters that would be the lead singer of the band was inspired by Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Like, maybe the Matthew Lillard Shaggy, but not like the cartoon Shaggy.
I'm just telling you what I read.
Yeah,
I heard it on the doc.
The important thing is I won, and that's what we need to,
whatever.
Yes.
Fine. Yes. I did say that I like yours because I felt like it might be the... But you already picked it, so I couldn't pick it. So I couldn't win because you already picked it, unless I want to double down. But
Chris, do you have to?
Time for the cut. Time for the catch-all.
Fuck you guys. My number 5. Two characters separately said, well, you had to know it wasn't going to be that easy, in a way that sounded like a dialogue snafu rather than intentional. Did you guys notice that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, that really pissed me off. Go ahead, Bob.
I have a lot. I'm trying to narrow it down. I'm just going to start at the top. New Year's Eve band stops at 12:01 a.m. Like,
yeah,
it's a New Year's Eve party, and the band is hired for the party, and they're like, "Auld Lang Syne, blah blah blah, good night."
Yeah,
and the end.
Yeah, good point. Oh yeah,
it's an abandoned building. There's like no noise ordinance. They could have gone as late as they wanted. They could have played till last call at least or something.
Yeah, it's a really good point, Bob. 4. When Wade gets shot by the arrow, I was laughing. But when Kathy puts up an applause sign and Wade actually claps, oh my God, I was like dying. Like, this would never fucking happen. Giving her like evil monologue at the end. And she puts up an applause sign. He's like, all right. Starts clapping for his own demise. That was fucking gold. All right, Bob, go ahead.
That was good. That was very good. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to find a good one here. Okay, so they were confused about the elevator saying out of order. Then some random number pad for a 3-digit code was inside the elevator. Like, which one is true? Is it out of order? Are they confused, or are they going to just try the 3-digit code anyway, which takes them to a floor, and then they're stuck? Like, fuck them. It's their fault.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of elevators,
he's gonna take my number one. Oh, okay, go ahead.
When the girl was hanging in the elevator and the door that led to her elevator had spikes on it, the next scene when they use the elevator, that door didn't have spikes on it, but the elevator next to it did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We
saw that, yeah.
I did.
At least I saw it.
My number 3. Everyone seems completely unconcerned about all this for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of mentioned this already, but I'm not gonna switch around. But since we already said it, I'll just send it.
If it was a better written movie, I could see them like going like, "Oh, this is a New Year's prank. We're being had," and then like going like, "Oh shit, this is real." Like I could see that being like a good arc in like a better movie
for a little bit. Yeah. Agreed. Go ahead, Bob.
Right. So, while they're on a scavenger hunt, there's banter. Yeah. And it's freaking annoying. Like, the fake, like, don't know what that fucker got. No, what do you say? I don't want that fucker to get the best of me. You mean you don't want to lose a fictional game to a stranger at a strange party where you'll never see anyone again, likely because because a rotting pig's head was the first clue in this game. Like, I don't know if you remember that part of it was a very specific part of the movie. Like, I'm not going to let that guy get the best of me. And it was like, no one knew each other in the first place. Like, it's so fucking, motivations are so dumb and fake. And I hate it.
Well, Adam got a kissing on the girlfriend.
Yes.
Like, they were so established that he was going to ask her to marry him. Yeah. And she was just like, I'll make up with this hot guy because he would, like, hit me with a line.
Yeah.
Yep.
My number 2. Imagine the preparation for all of this. For 1 year, they have people in the neighborhood watching a famous chef unloading weaponry and machinery into an abandoned building.
It doesn't require a considerable amount of foresight to pull off such a dastardly plan.
So much. Yep.
Well, there goes Kathy King with another crossbow.
Another murder wheel. She's got another murder wheel. Just loading it in there.
Yeah. Her and some guy in a black mask are just like are wheeling that thing into the elevator again. Yeah.
Okay, I have a few inconsistencies. I feel like I should put them all together.
Yeah.
We'll see if I need to or not. I'm gonna put 2 of them together. So the TV chef, who ends up being the final villain, right?
Yeah.
She willfully yanks an axe out of the girl's head or face.
Yeah.
And then the same girl says, "No, I can't take that arrow out of your leg. I just can't." Like, fucking, what is it?
Yeah.
Can you not? Like, I noticed that right away. And I'm sure that was foreshadowing.
It's a ruse,
Yeah. But like,
it's a red herring.
Yeah. It's all one thing.
Yeah.
I got so many more. We'll see if we have time. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my number 1 is there was a window where they could see citizens just walking around, right, in the city.
Yeah.
But they had no instruments for breaking said window. However, just after this scene, they are given a crowbar and do not think to go back and break the window with a crowbar to scream to the people down below. The reason it's my number 1 is because had they thought, let's break this window with anything available, then everything is solved. You just scream down, call 911. This abandoned building is full of a murdering psychopath. And maybe there's a few, and we're all about to die. Please help us.
Yeah.
And movie is over. About 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
I'm gonna just say, so first of all, nobody. So this bothered me, right? So and so, I forget who it was now, was having a seizure, and they said, "Quick, put a spoon in the mouth so it doesn't swallow her tongue.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit, first of all, because that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Second of all, they found a spoon that quickly.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Next to the party favors.
And then seconds later, she recovers from that seizure, which doesn't happen. Nobody recovers from a seizure that quickly. I used to teach an adult night class of students who one of my students had seizures on like a biweekly basis, and it took him like 4+ hours to recover.
Yeah.
I usually didn't see him back to normal until the next week.
It's like I don't know if you guys have ever been electrocuted, but I was zapped really bad. At my first job. Like I grabbed the pipe and couldn't let go, and like it was like, out of body. Like I heard screaming, not realizing it was my own type of thing, and you don't feel right for like a half a day later. It's like you're in shock. Your whole body and your mind is like you feel out of your body. You're not like fully lucid until like you kind of reset.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
I did not get electrocuted that bad, but I forget what instrument I was using, but I was like fixing a light socket. Like my grandpa had explained to me how to like rewire, so I was like trying to fix my own light socket, and I had like a couple live wires I was trying to put back onto like the switch or whatever. I don't remember the situation, but I remember getting shocked real bad. But I didn't hear my own screaming or anything. My arm just was like, it felt like I worked out just my right arm for like 7
you're going
hours
like that,
straight.
Dude. Yeah.
Like my arm was fucked.
You're getting 1,000 reps in about 30 seconds.
Exactly. That's what it felt like. Yeah. So that was the time that I got electrocuted, but I didn't. I wasn't like a hearing myself scream situation. That sounds awful.
I'll tell you more about it off air. It's a funny story.
Well, so I'm just gonna add real quick. It was never explained about the GPS and the guy with the engagement ring getting.
They thought it was in the cupcake, right? Yeah.
Like he got away in the first place from the number one fan.
Yeah.
And so, and also the dude at the center, I mentioned this in my pitch, or not pitch, the explanation. The dude who was at the center of the killer's frustrations and hatred was it was never explained why everyone else was involved. Like if that was the guy that was the target, why was he not the only one involved? Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my last thing on catch all.
A full movie.
Yeah.
When Rob watches, because I know Rob, you're gonna watch it. When you watch the YouTube video of the making of this movie, the opening line of the movie is the director saying, "We're going to talk about pigs' heads and latex puppets and fake blood and heebie-jeebies." I thought that was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna watch like while I'm rendering while I'm rendering the files for this episode, waiting to edit. I'm probably gonna watch the making of this movie.
Oh, it's so worth it. Watch it, please watch it. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, says Bob, who hasn't finished it.
Correct. Chris, you called me out. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Shay, fuck you.
Wow. Shay with the stray. So you were talking about the guy who had the tracker on him, and they couldn't figure out why he would have a tracker on him. I think that was the other abuser, Rob. Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah, I didn't play any of the abusers yet. Let's do them back to back real quick, all right? Steel Trap. We're gonna do Abuser 1.
Little dolls that shits herself.
Whatever turns you on, bro.
What about a doll who shits herself?
All right, and then Abuser 2.
This is it.
Well, unless she stuck out of my ass this morning, I don't know what to tell you.
Nice. I think that's one of our best abusers.
Yeah.
Unless she stuck it up my ass this morning, I don't know what to tell you.
You know what? I'm actually going to drag that over to one of the keep folders so I could use that at a later point.
Unless she stuck it up my ass this morning,
a future bumper.
Tell you.
Yeah.
By that he was talking about the tracker or whatever. Like, unless she stuck something in my asshole this morning. I don't know why. And we never get any resolution on that because it wasn't his girlfriend who was at fault. It was Kathy King, the culinary expert or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Throw it to what we're watching.
I spend most of my free time watching movies because I feel like at any moment
We're all gonna die.
This is what we're watching.
Dick.
All right.
He really did all use Gymkata.
Yeah, you gotta use the Gymkata.
You gotta get Gymkata.
Yeah.
All right. I pulled a Bob this week, and I watched a couple of very current movies.
Okay.
So that I can bring my street cred up a little bit here, but I watched Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I wasn't.
I thought you mentioned that last week that it sucked, right?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Well, I think I might have said that I was like I had started. I finished it.
Oh, you started. Okay. Does it still suck?
Oh my god, it's awful. You know why?
Why?
It's the script.
Yeah.
The script. I mean, the movie itself is like, so the first Gladiator is good because it has gladiators in combat and human politics involved, and it's kind of a fun watch because it's like Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. It's like Game of Thrones light. But Gladiator 2 they took liberties. I mean, they took fantastical liberties, which ruins the idea of the first one. But also, the script was terrible. I mean, it's so bad that I don't agree with people when they say that Denzel did a good job. I don't think that Denzel did a good job because Denzel could not do a good job because the script was that bad.
Yeah, even if you could polish a turd all you want, but it's still a piece of shit. Is essentially
Denzel did his thing where he he smiles a lot when he shouldn't, and that looks like good acting, you know?
Yeah.
But my number 2, have you guys heard of The Iron Claw?
Is that the wrestling movie with the guy from The Bear?
Yes.
Jeremy Allen White? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. From Shameless and Zac Efron. And then the guy who's opposite of Holden and Mindhunters. I don't know the actor's name. Anyway, that was good. It made me cry. It pissed me off because if you make me cry, I get angry. So you're doing a double thing where you make me sad and you make me angry because I hate being fucking sad, and it made me legitimately cry at the end. Not as to say that it was an A+ movie. It was like a B+ movie. It was all right. It was a little lacking, but it was A24, which they did Hereditary, which I will defend. And they passed the vibe check.
All right.
So Iron Claw B+. Gladiator 2 C-. All
right.
I'll throw it to you, Bob.
All right. So I've had no time to watch anything lately. For a while I was off on Saturdays, but for the last couple weeks I've had 0 time off. So I'm gonna dig into my archive and recommend. So it's Oscar season, right?
Yeah.
I want to say the Oscars are this weekend, maybe.
Oh, probably.
I'm gonna recommend Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan from 2010.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It was clearly the best movie of 2010. Natalie Portman. It lost to The King's Speech, which was fine, I guess. Right. But Black Swan is a masterpiece. I've only watched it once. Though I will revisit it again someday. It's filmmaking art at its highest form. It's fucking amazing. 5 out of 5 stars plus. It's great. It's one of my tops. Black Swan. Watch it.
Right.
It's fair.
Cool.
Yeah. Rob.
All right. The Rock, Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery. Holds up. It's Michael Bay over the top. It's so unrealistic, but it's so relentlessly paced that you don't have time to process how unrealistic the thing you just saw before you barrel into the next unrealistic thing. It's almost an art form. It's fantastic. It is chef's kiss for 90s excess action movies. I would bring it in because it's got polarizing reviews, but it's one of those, like, you can't, it's hard to gauge it as a good or bad movie because it does exactly what it sets out to do. It's just so over the top. I watched Fire Fraud on your recommendation, Chris, and that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Wasn't it great?
It's literally categorized as a true crime documentary comedy, and I was like, what do they mean by that? And it's like, because this guy willingly got interviewed to try telling his truth, and everybody's like, he's a swindler, he's a con artist, and then he's like, yeah, I thought I was really gonna pull it off. It's like,
and then he's like arrested by the end of the documentary.
Yeah,
right. Fucking awesome.
And then I revisited for the first time as an adult Blood Simple, Coen Brothers, fucking phenomenal.
Blood Simple,
so good, good.
It's you could tell from their very first film that they shoot everything with intent. Every little detail's it'll be called back to later, but like you'll see the Zippo on the table and you're like, that's important. Unlike Hereditary, you're like, that's important. I don't know why. It'll be revealed to me later. And then you're like, oh shit. So it's like, that's what I mean by
whereas with Hereditary, you saw the blonde Jack smiling guy, and you were like, oh, he's an occult member, even though we've been introduced to nothing in this movie.
No, I just thought he was up to something, Chris.
Which you thought the later was.
Trying.
Fuck you both.
Yeah.
Stop trying.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
I knew that later was up to something.
Yeah. So what do we
All
have
right, let's throw it to bad credit names.
Dirk Kraft, Griff Ruggles, Nicholas Dude.
What?
This is not it.
It says, oh, that's Steel. Shit.
Yeah.
Did I download the wrong one? Son of a bitch. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Dude, with all the trouble, it's board names.
Here. It's what's up?
Oh, wait, hold on. Is it board names? Yeah, it's board names. Don't ask me why. I'm so sorry.
Board? That's why I couldn't find it, because I saw Steel.
B-O-A-R-D. I don't know why I named it board.
You son of a bitch. All right.
Yeah,
you made me look foolish. You made me look foolish. I am going to download
another win
that.
for Chris.
I'm going to go back onto my sound card. I am going to add new sound file. Downloads folder, like so. And I am going to hit refresh.
Oh my god, we're a mess. I'm so sorry, Shay. Look at us. Look at us. We're a fucking mess.
We are an absolute fucking mess.
It's been a night.
Yeah. God damn
The
it.
shit show. I'm so sorry, Shay. I literally
sound
texted
file.
Rob. I was like, let's
Board
give
names.
Shay the best show we've ever done.
And we delivered. Don't worry. Here we go. Board names.
Florian Moser.
There it is.
Florian Luddich. George Runk. Ilka Stoy. Vet Landwehr. Inga Kuipers. Patrick Papow. Wolfgang Weigel. Frank Wetzel. And Joanna Cock.
Nice. Joanna Cock.
You can tell that most of those were German.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw it to the offensive minigame.
Yeah, I'll play the right bumper and we'll do the right segment. Right.
You know, at this point in the show,
I don't feel anything. You? Me neither. You?
Yeah. Oh my god.
So let's just jump to the offensive minigame.
Okay, what we got here?
Thank you for that, Bob. All right, guys. Let me know.
Well,
what's worse, fourth wall wavering or little piggy persecution?
Fourth wall wavering, I think.
I agree.
I actually agree. Yeah. Pretty pageant participants' pus preference, or punk rockers pimpin'.
Pus preference.
Yeah, the pus. I think going overboard is actually going to clinch this one.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It is horrifying. Pinwheel Pamela, or poking fun at homosexual partnerships.
Well, Pinwheel Pamela was a dummy, we know. So
the gay bashing.
poking fun.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So pretty clean sweep there for going overboard.
Yeah.
All right. Movie comparison: Going Overboard or Steel Trap. Let's play that bumpy.
what you're really trying to say is... Now we can dare.
All right, pitch 4.125 for Going Overboard team 5-star. That's a win for Steel Trap. Guys, what's worse, Going Overboard being sexist, as we said last week, or Steel Trap? We already know. It's Going Overboard. Dialogue, dog shit dialogue for Going Overboard or Steel Trap? Bob?
Steel Trap.
Steel Trap for sure.
The production rush job or immature storytelling?
Immature storytelling.
Yeah, agreed.
Ooh. Putrid acting or Steel Trap?
For acting.
Acting was Steel Trap.
Yeah, because you know what? I feel like failing at being funny isn't as bad as failing at being scared.
All right, I'm gonna go Going Overboard, but it sounds like I'm outvoted. So
yeah,
2-1 for Steel Trap. Yeah.
Yeah, you lost.
Yeah.
Demerits. What do we have for Steel Trap? Demerit. Merit.
I don't know.
There's for a horror movie, there wasn't a single likable person you would want to root for. So like unlikable cast, I guess.
Unlikable everyone.
Yeah, unlikable everyone. I like that.
Unlikable everyone. Or Adam Sandlerisms.
No, unlikable
everyone.
That wins.
Hey, worst movie of the season so far. Way to go, Shay. You did it. Steel Trap is the worst of the season. And I agree.
Rightfully
this movie
so.
Fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Next week, we are watching... Let me check on Instagram. Oh my God, the winner of the poll with almost 100% of the voting is I Am Here Now with Neil Breen.
Written by, directed by, produced by, edited and starring Neil Breen.
Oh,
it's ready on the Google. It's been on the Google Drive since November because I've been trying to make you guys watch this. Feel free to download it and watch it to your heart's content. At your earliest
we are
convenience.
here for that now.
Yeah.
Rob, why don't you plug us and then throw it to Bob for his last word?
Yeah. You can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. We're everywhere. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We are on Google Play. We're on YouTube. We have video. We have audio. We, as Bob mentioned, and as a positive attribute to our show, we don't edit this shit. We have false starts. We have connectivity issues. I play the wrong bumpers. I play the wrong clips.
That we don't do much editing.
We come in hot and then we fucking just let it rip raw, dude. So you're seeing like as close to a live show as you can get in this world of polished, this cookie cutter bullshit. We're the real deal. All right. We're on Instagram. We are on TikTok. You could email us www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Bob, what is your last word?
I'm going to say pig's head.
Pig's head.
All right, fair enough. The $1 pig's head that cost me the fucking fact or no fact. Fuck you.
Yeah.
€1.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, Jelly School. Thanks, Shmaine.
Right.
And thank you, Shay. Appreciate it.
And then here's the new bumper. After reading these YouTube comments.
If we slow it down, we can actually shoot the bullets, enter and exit. Buttercup.
How offensive! Wow, that production sucks. Time for the catch-all.
So what you're really trying to say is... Now we can dare.
I'm still impressed by that hair metal note, dude.
My favorite part about this, I don't announce in my house when I'm doing this. and like my kids were just eating dinner, and I was like, yeah.
Rob, I'm trying to find the movie on the drive. What's it called again?
I Am Here Now.
Wait, we have it though, right? Isn't it already on the drive?
Is it in a folder somewhere?
Let me
Just
get
search.
Jelly School
Yeah,
out of
just
here
search
first.
files.
Bye, Jelly School.